What should you ask yourself before committing to a pet?
You have to stop and look up the different type of breeds. Look at your lifestyle. If you're a runner, don't get a basset hound. And if you're a couch potato, don't get an Irish setter. You have to find the animal that's going to best fit your family. You know, is everybody in the family going to be committed to this animal? Don't forget, three of my dogs made it to 18 or 17. So they're with us for a long time. Just like your kids, you have an infant and then it's there with you through college. So the same thing with the dogs. So you have to make a commitment. How much time, how much energy, how much training am I going to work with and to make this dog a great part of the community and my family? So
What is the number one reason? Thank you. What is the number one reason people get rid of pets?
Oh, there's a million excuses. I don't have time. I'm having a baby. It's too big. I'm changing the color of my furniture. Oh, we had that one.
Too old.
Yeah, too old. But meanwhile, they just went and got themselves a puppy because then the kids are getting bigger and they don't want an older dog. They want something cuter and smaller. So people make up a million. I just say there's 1 to 5 on the board. Just pick a number, and because half of the reasons are not true.
Can you tell a story of this beautiful girl?
Okay, this is Raven. Raven is about 7, 8 years old. Raven lived in the woods for about 8 months. She got captured and was brought to us just very nervous, not nasty, just so timid and so confused. So she's in a big crate in the front, and she sits there. She doesn't do anything. She is just a love, and now we finally are getting her to come out. She loves to play with ball. There's a big ball, and she can dig a hole in the backyard that's enormous. So she loves to dig holes with the ball. But she's finally running around the lobby, coming here, sitting here in our community room.
She opens up a little.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's going to take a long time. She won't go out the front door. She'll go on the leash at the back door, but she won't go out the front door. So it's going to take somebody with a lot of patience and easy going home.
What motivated you to start and run an animal shelter?
Well, when I was 10 years old and my cat had all her kittens in my head. So I guess I love animals, and I used to be a volunteer with the SPCA 35 years ago when it was an SPCA here in Orlando. And I started volunteering, and then I started fostering, and then I was on the board. And it's just helping to fight for the animals. There's so many animals, and educating the people. My first things are spay or neuter your animals. I don't care how beautiful they are, how wonderful they are. We don't need any more animals. We're killing them by the millions all over the United States. And the economy now is getting so bad that people can't afford to feed their house, their children, themselves, pay their bills, and animals are very expensive. You have to feed them good food. They have to have heartworm pills every month, flea protection, because we live in Florida. And it gets very expensive, and the vets, their prices are going up. Every time you go to the grocery store, it used to be 2 bags of salad for $8, and I went yesterday, it was 2 bags for $9. So we all realize, so it's getting harder and harder for Mr. and Mrs. Jones to keep animals and then take care of their families and pay their bills.
Do you remember the first pet you rescued?
Well, it was my kitty, my orange kitty. And
What's her
we all
name?
just named her Baby.
Aww.
And she's the one that had all her kittens in my head. And in my day, 99 years ago, you didn't know that about spaying and neuter. And then she had another litter, and she waited until I got home from school, and her water broke, and she was in so much pain, and my brother rushed her to the emergency clinic, and they did a cesarean. And so that was the first experience.
Do you have a favorite pet you ever rescue, like really close to your heart, or they all pretty much are?
I loved them all. I had my sheepdog that I rescued when she was 8 from SPCA, and she lived to be 16.
Wow.
My collie. I've been very blessed that I've had some really wonderful dogs that have been with me 17, 18 years old.
Can you share a memorable success story of an animal that was rescued and found a loving home? Just one special
Thank
story.
goodness we have a lot. I have Jezebel. Jezebel was a little Shiba Inu, and we rescued it, and she got out. She got hit by a car, and Officer Tina from Sanford Police found it on the road, rushed it to the emergency clinic, and we did surgery, a couple of $1,000. And then my chiropractor, Dr. Dana, took her home and kept doing adjustments every day because her head still tilted a little bit.
A chiropractor?
Oh yeah, she's got
Wow.
her certificate. She works on me and works on my animals, so she's great. And then the other day, Sunday, the family was visiting their family in Sarasota. The dog got out again, and because we keep our tags and all our dogs are microchipped, so the lady found the dog, called us, and then we found the owners in the neighborhood. So imagine if that dog got hit again by a car, that would have been devastating.
Can you discuss the importance of adoption and benefits of adoption from shelter rather than buying from a breeder?
Adopting is the most important thing. I have pictures, people for 20 years or 14 years. Look at, I have my dog for 14 years from you. These animals in shelters, it's not their fault. Just like all the children in foster homes. They've lost everything and they're there. They're so appreciative. They know they got
so
rescued.
loyal and appreciative.
They so know that you saved them, and they're so appreciative. People, when they're buying things, people are making money off the animals. Go get a job. Don't breed animals to make money off the animals. It's so unjust, and you don't know where they're going, how they're going to be cared for. But rescue animals with their history, and sometimes you don't have any history. You just have to work with them and just get to see what they're like and feel them out, and then work with them, not against them.
And I know a few of my friends, they adopted, like I call them breeding machines, those female dogs who've been bred over and over.
From the puppy
And I think
mills.
by buying from the shelter, you support that abuse. It's horrible.
No, so you don't have to go there and get an animal from a breeder. That's all they're doing. They're just using them and abusing. And then when the mother can't reproduce, then they dump that mother, and they'll turn into a shelter. They'll just, whatever.
How
So
do you...
don't help people make money off the animals.
How do you manage the challenges of running an animal shelter, such in finding a staffing and funds, and how do you manage it?
It's very, very difficult. I've been fortunate, like Michelle's my office manager, her daughter Sam works in the kennel, her daughter Summer works in the cat room, and her other daughter Gabby used to work for us, and now she's at a vet because she's going to get her degree to be a vet, so she gets more experience. It's really difficult. Everyone comes in the first day and everybody's, rah, 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 and by the fifth day they're going, this is too much. Finances, the community's been good to us. We get all our money from donations and from adoptions. Oh, did you sneeze? Did you say hiccup? You have hiccup?
It's okay.
And so, it really is hard. It's getting harder because less people want to work. Everybody figures they're going to get money.
So you
from the
need
government.
volunteers.
Yeah. We're going to rebuild our volunteer staff in May. So, because we had a really good group, and then I had insurance changes, so now we're going to start back in May.
How long you had this shelter? Not this particular location.
Well, this is my 33rd year
Wow.
saving animals.
How many animals you saved with the
Well,
number?
my 30th anniversary that we did a big party because of Lifestyle magazine, she wanted to do something. We saved 29,000 animals.
Wow,
And
that's amazing.
Yeah. I said, 29,000? They go, yes, Judy. So we've been really good. Things have really slowed down because of the economy. People are downsizing.
And do you see more
animals
dogs
coming.
getting dumped?
Oh,
More
yeah,
dogs?
it's
Really?
ridiculous. Like I said, 33 years, I've never seen anything like it.
Really?
Oh, it's terrible. But again, I blame it on the economy and the stress.
Everything is so expensive. Yeah, you're right.
Everything has changed.
Wow, unfortunately. So do you think working with rescue change the way you see people? I know you help animals, but is it change your perception of humanity?
There is no humanity. It's 10% humanity, the rest isn't. It's just thoughtless, careless.
Soulless.
That's even a better word, thank you.
That's
Yeah.
what I noticed. People have no empathy and sympathy
And I'll tell you, when you
anymore.
have people that work in shelters and animal control, their disdain for people is very great because we see every day what's coming in and what's happening. And it just gets heartbreaking. It's really hard on all of us.
I can imagine you doing it every day for 33 years.
I used to be a director of sales. I dressed nice, I traveled, and now I wear dungarees.
No, but you know what? You do it in maids. I can't even imagine how I have no words to
Look at this
describe.
baby. Is this the most gorgeous animal? Look
Oh
at
my
this
God,
baby.
I gotta show a picture of my Molly. She's a twin sister. Um, how do you handle situation when the animal is not able to be adopted and needs long-term care? Do you have some
I mean, we have animals that have been here 3, 5 years, and then finally, one of my own employees took Apollo, big pit, and my vet, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago had to amputate her leg, and then my employee took Apollo home. It took a lot of work. Apollo didn't like me, and I wasn't too crazy about Apollo, so I'd buy him bags of carrots, and I'd sit there every day and say, here's a carrot, let's be nice. And then she took it home, and her family loves a dog, so that was really a really good story. So Apollo got adopted by an
How many
employee.
years was he here? 5?
Just about.
Wow. How do you ensure the well-being and happiness of the animals in your shelter?
Well, I mean, the staff are really good. I mean, we're out with them all the time. We're talking to them. We
You're
love
well
them.
fed,
We
well.
and then we do a lot of events, and that gets them out and gets them more socialization. And the staff really cares. I have really good staff, thank God, and they really care about the animals.
Do you offer any programs to educate community about responsible pet ownership?
Well, like I said, I'll go out and I'll talk to a lot of the Rotary clubs, church groups. I go to the schools with the kids and explain this is how you have to care for your animal. You know, don't be mistreating it, don't tease it. So we try to educate and explain the importance of spaying and neutering, even to the kids. Explaining that when you have all these puppies, you know, what's going to happen. And the shelters are all calling us, begging us to take more animals because they're having to put these animals down because there's no more room.
In what ways people support and contribute to work of animal shelter? What do you need?
I mean, like I said, the community's
Volunteer.
always been good to me. A lot of volunteers come in, they give us financial support, they'll bring us items that we need.
What do you need right now? Tell me. What people can do to help? Money?
Right now, like we always take towels. I buy my food at Horse Myers because, I'm sneezing, what happened? And we get all our food from Horse Myers down the street. They eat chicken and brown rice, Loyal Life. I can't change my food every day for these animals because then I'd really have a mess. And the cats, the same thing. They use the cat Loyal Life, so that comes from there. Liquid detergent because we wash like crazy. 50 pound bags, garbage bags, the big heavy ones, the black ones, because we go through so many bags and, you know, trash, so that helps us. Flea protection, that really helps, and sometimes they can't get that, but if people want to make donations, they can donate right. It's hard for them to donate right to the vet because it makes more work for them, but anything they send us, they can get us gift cards from Sam's, because we do a lot at Sam's. I get all our other detergents and cleaning things from Sam's, so gift cards from there, Costco.
So you run full in donations?
Yes, and donations and adoptions.
Adoptions, yeah. I know like probably 10 people who adopted from your shelter.
Oh, good.
Like I said, you've been around for a while and you're well known in your local.
Well, thank
Good
you. I appreciate
celebrity,
that. Thank
good
you.
publicity,
Thank
yes. If you can share one piece of advice with the world, what would that be?
Just be considerate to the animals and be considerate to yourself. You know, it takes just a minute. And I do. I try to do as much as I can, but then I can lose my temper. So I have to watch that. But just let's all be kind. If you start with the animals and then you can start with people, maybe we wouldn't be in the big mess that we're in today.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you, doggy. Raven, thank you, Raven. You're a good girl.